Become a member, sign in, and start streaming today.
Let's get to our favorite part of the show, Disgrace of the Week. And as always, Ms. Calhoun, please start us off.
The Aurora Police Department is having some trouble disciplining its members. I understand why George Brockler had problems trying to charge criminally the cop who was passed out in the middle of his car at lunchtime, who registered 5 times the legal limit for alcohol because he hadn't learned about it until all the witnesses were gone. It was 200 days later, but shame on the Aurora Police for that episode.
David.
Well, Senator Mitt Romney is earning some praise in some quarters, and I understand that point of view. But I'll just remind the folks who are praising him now that the viciousness of the campaign against him in 2012, the scurrilous, malicious attacks on his character, that is one of the reasons why Donald Trump was elected in 2016, is a lot of people saw what was done to Romney in 2012, and you said, you know what, all this like Marcus Queensberry, behave like a gentleman, act civil, didn't work very well. We need somebody who fights dirty too.
Eric.
I think the theme of this show, to quote David, has been the decline of tradition and civility in this country. So how about 2 dynamic duos, Shakira and J-Lo last Sunday, and then Donald Trump and Nancy Pelosi on Tuesday night?
Penn.
I share Patty's point of view, and I will be fair. Some members of the Aurora Police Department need to go. This interim chief needs to fire a bunch of people. When your own DA, George Brockler, who is not a bleeding heart, gets on TV and basically says it was a cover-up and it's shameful, people need to be fired.
Time to say something nice about somebody. Patty?
Well, because I can, I'm going to say something nice about Mitt Romney, who came out with a very statesmanlike speech. He went against every other Republican, and he was willing to be honest and take a hit. Also, Jason Crow, who did a fabulous job and really acquitted Colorado well, unlike, say, the Shadow app.
David.
Senator Michael Bennet, who's at least giving people in New Hampshire who would A, like to win the general election, and B, are somewhat rationally connected with what's possible versus what can be promised to the gullible masses. At least they've got somebody to vote for.
Eric.
Yes to Michael Bennet, but I'm the same place Patty is. I think you have to give it this week to Mitt Romney. Honor, dignity, principle, conscience is in very rare supply these days. He exhibited it.
Penn.
I'm with Eric and Patty, and I'll go a little bit further to David's point. Romney was savaged when he was the Republican nominee for president. There's no question about that. But he was savaged in the primary process as well as the general election, and it wasn't fair because he's a decent man. He, to me, evokes memories of John McCain, somebody with a backbone who look you in the eye and call it straight and go against his party because he feels that that's the way to make sure his party has integrity. I thought Romney was fantastic, and he ought to be given credit for that. History will speak well of him.